Great piece on the Bloomberg right now about this. As I say, 8.8% to zero, but even and more than that, the 8.8% is not deductible, essentially, because of the SALT limitation.
Right, absolutely. And I think the big thing for him is that he's getting the boost not only on a personal level, but also for his Icahn enterprises as well, because the corporate tax rate is a percentage point lower.
One of the things I learned from your piece is Florida has not been shy about coming up north and trying to get people to come down there.
No, and they've had a lot of success, too. So obviously they were pretty aggressive in courting high net worth individuals to move down there with these tax breaks. They set a limit in 2017 on how much local and state tax could be collected on income and also things like real estate and whatnot at $10,000. So you think about that versus what you would get in New York, and it's quite a savings.
So if you're a mayor of New York City or a governor of New York State, what do you do about this?
Well, I think it's kind of a select group of people that perhaps would be relocating. I mean, obviously, we've already had a few people move down there. David Tepper's down there, Eddie Lampert, and people like that. Carl's now 83 years old, and he's had that place down in Florida for, since the 90s. So it's not that big of a drastic move for him to maybe relocate there at 83 and take on the slower pace of life, I guess.
And not to be snide at all, but probably Florida is the biggest risk, right? As we're looking at a map right there are other states with no personal income tax, but Alaska's a long way away.
Yeah, and probably not as warm in the wintertime.
That's fair enough. Is there any thought, if there was talk about New York and other states trying to take some action that would eliminate this SALT problem?
Yeah.
It doesn't seem to have gone anywhere.
No, there doesn't seem there's much progress at all on it. And, I just don't see this big mass exodus happening. The president has tweeted about this in July. He said, that there's this mass exodus to Texas and Florida because of these tax situations. But I can't see the people moving from one of the largest financial hubs in the world to Florida.
Well, and there was even talk that maybe Congress might do something to try to eliminate it. So is that going anywhere?
It doesn't seem to be progressing at this point, but we'll see how it shakes out.
It's bad news for those of us who live up in New York and Connecticut and places like that. I'm afraid New Jersey. I don't want to leave out New Jersey.